Hills run for Cap Farrar. Low rider leads. Cap Farrar the inside and streaking down the outside is My Wish. Cap Farrar, he's gone through on the inside. My Wish drives. Cap Farrar has won the Derby for Craig Williams.
Such a special weekend there, remembering an unbelievable Hong Kong Derby of 2025. Welcome to the Triple Trio. We build up to the Hong Kong Derby on Sunday at Sha Tin with the best form analyst in the business, in that guy, in Clint Hutchison. And Raymond Shane Dye, who this is his very, very special weekend. Slipper Day on Saturday into the Hong Kong Derby. What a weekend.
What a weekend, yeah. Group 1 racing everywhere, Richo. And millions of dollars every year in Hong Kong spent on trying to win this race. This is the event every Hong Kong owner dreams of winning. They want that photo on the wall. They want the Derby. And there can only be one. We'll find out who it is this weekend.
Shane, super weekend, mate. There's nothing quite like the Derby.
No, it's what everyone wants to win in Hong Kong. We all know that. And, of course, it's Golden Slipper, which they're covering, the World Pool. And it's a great meeting. 5 Group 1 races, Richo.
Oh, it's absolutely awesome. And then there's a Group 1 in Melbourne as well. So there's Group 1 racing throughout the entire day. It is absolutely fantastic. Well, what a week it's been in Hong Kong racing. What a week it's been from these guys, and also an Australian trainer just flexed his muscles.
I think Smart Golf, I think he'll map nicely and hopefully can continue that progression.
Oh, it's not a hard race, this. I'm going to go
Smart Golf?
for Smart Golf.
But it's Smart Golf at the 200-metre mark in front. Wukong Jewellery's gone to second from Red Sea. Smart Golf in front and he'll see it out.
And We Are Heroes, more of an older, well-exposed talker. We Are Hero was good against the pattern here.
As Turquoise Velocity is still in front. On the far side, Glowing Praises, they have it between them. And Flying We Are Hero with a late dip. Wow, that's a good finish. But he's still fending them off here from Perfecto Moments. Glorious Rider and through the inside is right there. Soaring Bronco and Dragon Sunrise at them late. Terrific go. It's a photo in the first. Inside the 100 metres, he's creeping closer. They drive to the line, but Armour Golden Eagle. Happy United staying on. It is not the silly one. Oh, it's a Mark Newnham wrap tonight here at Happy Valley. Not the silly one. But here's Ace War down the middle of the track, and it's all over bar the shouting. Put the cue in the rack. Ace War, the favourite home for Burton, and he's going to defeat Kingly Demeanor Smart City. It's Crimson Flash in front. Oh, stop it. Here's 5 for Mark Newnham tonight. Crimson Flash.
Oh, what an incredible night. That was Wednesday night for Mark Newnham. And suddenly now this training championship has got very close with Casper Founds leading now by just 2.
Yeah, Casper sort of said to the rest of the field, catch me if you can. And within a week, Mark went bang, and put 5 in the back of the net. So amazing achievement, Shane, in his 3rd season in Hong Kong. And I know you know Mark well, and certainly give him your thoughts from time to time that he's done a great job since being in Hong Kong. And that is an amazing feat.
Yeah, no, he's flying. He's going really well. He was having a quiet run, but he eased up on a lot of horses and just transferred the other ones along. And everything went right on Wednesday. Look, out of all those trainers there, everyone's going to have quiet runs and everyone's going to get a run at some stage. There's no doubt about that. That's Hong Kong, and it's going to go right down to the wire, and it's going to be unbelievable this year, the Trainers' Premiership.
Who's your pick, Shane? Come on, we're going to put you on the spot. Who do you?
And is there a championship market on it? Can you bet on it?
Well, there isn't, you know, but it would be good, wouldn't it, Shane, if there was a fixed odds
Casper
market?
would be favourite. Casper would be favourite, even though he's 2 in front. He's very strong at Hong Kong. He's very strong at Happy Valley.
Yeah, brilliant.
And he always seems to have a lot of winners there, Cass, and he just keeps those horses. He plays the rating game well. He's got young horses that can win. But in saying that, if you have a look at Mark, he's taken a lot of these transferred horses recently, the last, 2 to 3 weeks, mid-season, got them, and they're winning, and they've got more points in hand, like Soaring Bronco. It's going to win again for sure. Ace War is definitely a Class 3, maybe Class 2 horse. and he's got it at the bottom of Class 4. It's 1, 2. It'll be winning another 2 or 3 this season, that horse.
To answer your question, they do actually like a trainer challenge for each meeting, but they're not on the season. But I think it would attract a lot of attention.
I think it would.
And it could be something maybe they look at.
Not necessarily the jockeys, because that would be $1 a row.
No, waste of time.
Well, even then you could have without Zach,
that's
for
right.
example.
Yeah.
There would be big flux in the trainers' premiership if they were betting on it.
Yep.
There's no risk about that because it just changes so much. And John Sires starts so slow and he gives them all 20 starts. He's only 10 or 11 behind.
He's only 11 behind.
He can pick that.
Yeah,
he can pick that up pretty quickly.
Knowing the way that he hits the line at the end of the season, he's a big watch for mine, John Sires. Let's have a look at what's coming up in the show, and it is absolutely jam-packed. He's one of our absolute favourites, Karis Teetan, with a live chance in a derby to add to a derby of the ages on Romantic Warrior. So we'll chat to Karis, so we'll preview races 6, 7 and 10, but also the big one. We're leading towards the Hong Kong Derby. So let's get stuck into finding some winners on Let's start with race number 6 on Sunday at Sha Tin. Hutch, who do you like and why?
Yeah, early rated price. I've got Hot Delight reasonably short, but he'll be shorter than this on the day, you'd imagine, and it'll be tough to beat. Cool Boy, that said's won his last 3 and headed in the right direction. Mickley's racing well. Pakistan Legacy's another last start winner, so it's a good competitive race. But Shane, this Hot Delight, he's been dominant. He got a softer time of it on pace here. Excellent closing sectionals, and his trial sense has been brilliant. So he does look something a little special.
Yeah, he's a nice horse. I used to ride for the owner, Peter Law. I won a Triple Crown on Grand Delight, who was Horse of the Year. He's going to put himself forward. He can go back, but he'll be forward. There's pace in the race. He'll probably be running 3rd or 4th, and he looks the real deal. Now, here's Cool Boy. He's racing really well. Remember, he had that break. This was his first run back from it, and he was impressive. He's done nothing wrong, this horse, but he hasn't run into a Hot Delight yet. That's the problem, Clint.
No, he hasn't. He keeps improving, like you said, though, and on this day, defied the pace and pattern a bit. 7-11 winners were within 1.7 lengths of the leader at the 800. He came from back and wide, and there weren't too many that really did that at that particular meeting. So I've underestimated how good he is so far this year, and certainly won't be doing it again.
What about Dylan Brown McMonagle's ride, Mickley? Would that be a factor in this race?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, Mickley comes out of a nice race, and of course, this is a race that they ran pretty solid time in as well, and won by a nice horse in Galactic Voyage. But the good thing here, Shane, with Mickley is he actually settled a bit closer. Like, he's ready to win one now, and he's racing well, but he's run into another hot race.
Well, this race was a lot weaker than what it's going to be racing here on Sunday, Mickley. Look, it'll get back a bit. I don't think he'll press forward, and he's a place chance. Here's Pakistan Legacy. He took up the lead on this last start, and he kept running. But with 135, look, he may or may not get a soft lead depending on Wonder Star, whether he clears him or he sits outside Wonder Star. But I can't have him here, Clint, with 135, but he's racing well. He's going good.
Yeah, and he had his own way there. But I tell you what, the more I looked at, sort of dived into a bit of the sectionals, I mean, whilst he had the pace to suit, and it was a great ride to get it done there on Pakistan Legacy, Oreo was in that race, coming out one in record time during the week. We'll touch on that later. And then you had Wukong Jewelry, of course, and another runner, Superb King, finished second since. So a bit of form out of that race. He can run well again.
Shane, who do you like in this race?
Everyone's going to have Hot Delight. It's going to start probably $1.50, I would say. I've got him on top, so what am I going? 4 from 5, Star Rise. This is a really good horse, I think, Star Rise. He's going to get back. He's going to run on. He's the horse I tipped on International Day, and he was on the fence. James rode him. Forget that. His 3 previous runs were outstanding. He's had a trial since then. He'll get back. He'll run on. And, of course, 3rd, Cool Boy. He's going to run a race, and he'll finish in the first 3 for sure, you'd think.
So 4, 5 and 3. Let's skip forward towards race number 10, the Golden 60 handicap. Oh, what a horse.
You'd love to have one like him, wouldn't you?
Oh, Lord above.
He's enjoying life in Japan now. I see some great shots of Vincent's gone and seen him. Anyway, enough of that. Winning ovation. He had over 300 days between runs, and I've got him on top. 6-pack. I'm going with the lightweights here. Infinite Resolve aborted that Derby mission. Back to a suitable trip, and Dromberg banner will roll forward and take a bit of catching. Very competitive race. as it is through the whole day. It's a bit like International Day. A lot of owners clearly want to win this day. Shane, I know Winning Ovation had it all favours here. He got a soft time of it on speed. It was a good win. But I can't get out of my head. He still was 300 days between runs, and you'd think there's got to be some improvement out of the run.
Oh, he was so heavy first up. What was he, about 65 pounds heavier? But his 2 trials were outstanding. He's got gate 2. He's going to be forward. It was class 3. He goes to class 2, but geez, he was impressive. He's going to be very hard to beat.
What do you think of Mugen? Because, I don't know, he's sort of not the horse he was. Zach sticks with him. That's a positive.
Yeah, he's got gate 13. He'll get back. He'll run on. That trip overseas at the start of the season just knocked him about, and he hasn't really recovered from it.
Yeah, I think just an even tempo last start with him. There'll probably be a race in him, but suffice to say, Richo, he needs to improve on what he's been doing of late.
But the fact that Zach sticks with him,
it's a positive,
and especially at a 121 weight.
Well said.
That was an interesting.
He doesn't stick with them for nothing.
No.
Like, he thinks that there's obviously something to work with. I don't really like moments in time. I'll say this about Speed Dragon, though. If there's good speed, if they go quick, he'll run well. Helene Feeling, I feel, will be value in the race. Like, I don't know if he can win it, but if he's a good price, he might be one for the exotics. What's your take on those two, Shane?
I think Speed Dragon's got a chance. He'll get back and run on. He's had a bit of a break. When I say a break, I mean 42 days. He's racing well. And the other horse, I don't know whether 1400 will suit him. He's not the worst. Here's the main race, Group 1 race, Mile, and this is Infinite Resolve. And this horse has really improved. I know he went no good last start, but it was the distance, and he actually didn't go bad. He just didn't finish in the first 3. He's got to be a chance here coming back to 1400. Gate 5, he'll tuck away midfield. He's only got 120 pounds. He's got a very good chance, Clint.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think
and Mark Newnham is the trainer, of course. So, Shane, who have you got on top?
I've got to go with Winning Ovation after that last one, even though it was class 3. He'll race on pace, get a good run. So I'll go 13 from 10 and 8 Drimberg Banner, who only ran 1,000 metres last start. But if you go back previously, his run was good over the 14, and he won't be far away. He'll probably lead or be up there.
Beautifully done. The calm before the storm. Let's get stuck in to the Derby.
The Hong Kong Derby is the race that every owner dreams of winning.
It's still Cap Ferrar. My Wish drives. It's a photo finish in the Derby.
The most asked question when you're looking for a horse for an owner is the horse a Derby horse?
It's the final leg of the 4-year-old Classic Series and a race that can define a horse's career.
You know, they've got to get there. It's a different race completely to the 2 races from the 1600 start and the 18. The 2000, you've got the 2 bends, so the draws are vital.
Each season, the best young talent in Hong Kong builds towards this moment.
The Spangle lifts, the Warrior comes, Romantic Warrior takes the lead, and Romantic Warrior wins the Derby. Golden 60, he's running out of time, he's coming now, he's won it! Golden 60 in a thrilling Derby win!
To win the Hong Kong Derby takes a special talent, a horse with class, stamina, and a preparation time to the minute. But it also demands the right ride, the judgment, patience and timing from a jockey when pressure is at its highest.
Massive sovereign for Zach Purton. He had no right to win that race.
Relaxing him early and just being patient with him has been the key to where he's got to at this stage. He can have a tendency to over-race if you're a bit too aggressive on him early, so we'll stick to the game plan and do what's proven.
Stormy Grove, who dropped upon them, but it's Stormy Grove and Harry Bentley for the Classic Cup.
The path toward the Derby has already revealed several leading contenders, among them Little Paradise, whose performance in the Classic Mile confirmed he has the quality required for Derby glory.
And here's Little Paradise. It's Paradise all the way. Little Paradise, it's a blitz in the Classic Mile.
But things didn't go quite so well in the Classic Cup.
Of course, we didn't have a smooth run at all. From the start, we wasn't ready and the gates open. 1,800 meters the other day, I got held up in the inside and he still traveled nicely. Wasn't pulling much.
Well, Little Paradise got going in the last little bit. He's beaten half of them in.
I thought it was a really good run, considering the trip he had. 1 or 2 horses raced out of I thought what their pattern was, and it sort of brought us undone.
Numbers, who's taken over now?
So you can see last time, this first stage, he go a little bit quick. So I think the jockeys will learn a little bit more. I think he can go forward, or he can sit second, third, fourth, doesn't matter.
Numbers shook off Akash Varney, but now he has to stop the stablemate Stormy Grove.
He's improving with every run, and his fitness is getting better. I don't think the trip will be a problem, so hopefully if he gets a smooth run round, he can be very competitive, but his form is showing good so far.
It's Patch of Cosmo in front of Aerodynamics and Patch of Cosmo.
Derbies can produce surprise results with signs of ability sometimes overlooked or forgotten.
What a finish! Cap Ferrar!
Only so many excuses you can make, each run, albeit I don't think he's sort of had too many things go his way. So he proved he's in and around that mark, as you say. As I said, he's scored a bit wide too. So I think you probably add maybe a length or a touch more to the run. So I think with the right run and a step up in trip, which he should handle, he can be in the mix.
Beauty Bolt still in front of Dazzling Fit, who had a late dip and beat him.
But I tried 1600 for him in Shatin. He finished third. So the owner also decide raise him or not. So after that 1600, they said, maybe we can try. Every owners want to have a chance to win the horse in the Derby.
Months, even years of preparation lead to this moment for owners, trainers and riders. The BMW Hong Kong Derby.
It would really be the highlight of my career, certainly. I mean, the Derby needs no introduction. It's the biggest race of the season.
John Sires produces a masterpiece with Ping Eye Star.
Then it would be a huge thrill for me and the whole team.
And Romantic Warrior wins the Derby.
Look, he's got the right makeup for the race. He relaxes well, finishes his races strongly. He's got a good will to win.
Voyage Bubble! What a win in the Derby!
Our guy's fitting well and looking forward to it.
Massive Sovereign for Zach Burton and Dennership win the Derby.
Make sure the run is smooth and he will give us a good performance.
He's running out of time. He's coming now. Golden 60 drives. He's won it. Golden 60 in a thrilling Derby win.
Absolutely brilliant. Has whet the appetite for what is going to be an extraordinary Hong Kong Derby. Beautifully done by our team, led by Nicole Purton there. That has just set the scene. Let's have a look at the field, Hutch, for this year's Derby.
Yeah, and as we've said all along, it's pretty open. Look, I'm going to stick with, as favourite, my early rated price, Little Paradise. I would have liked a touch draw inside, but nonetheless, numbers doesn't matter. In fact, I probably prefer him where he is. He'll go forward. I got him second elect. Outside of that, I think it's, Stormy Grove is in the numbers. I got him at about $8 and pretty competitive outside that. But Little Paradise I did have marked in my early rated price. Now, the first race we'll have a look at, Richo. This was
the classic
mile. As mentioned on the day. I mean, they went quick. They steadied up mid-race. It suited him. But he showed what he can do, and I thought it was an explosive performance. I'm trusting that he can bring this sort of level, and if he does turn up and relaxes in that first half of the race, he'll run a big race, Shane.
Yeah, he's got to relax. It's a shame he didn't draw in. This is one horse that would have really benefited if he had drawn in. He's going to get back. He's going to, at some stage, probably look as though he's going to get over top of them, I believe. He's won a Derby before Vincent. He had excuses last start. He'll start favourite for sure, Clint, I believe. There's no risk. I think he's got to. And he's going to be very hard to beat.
The way I look at it,
especially if the A track is riding like it has been, International Day and the next meeting. You can have two sets of tips here. A normal track, up and in fence, or an A track where you got to be 4, 5, 3 wide the whole race, back swooping. That's going to suit him if the A track plays like that, Clint.
If it plays like it has the last two times, you'd be way more confident with Little Paradise because the inside lanes haven't been great. So I don't mind that actually.
But now that it's been identified, will they overcorrect that?
Yeah, well, I hope not. But look, his peak performance I think outdoes these. Stormy Groves hit his straps. He's been really brilliant, and this was a strong pace, and obviously we saw numbers go forward in this race, and there were excuses on this occasion for for Little Paradise, Shane, but this is Stormy Grove hasn't done too much wrong.
Yeah, super win.
No, well, he's improving all the time. He looks as though the 2,000 metres is going to suit him. I heard Harry Bentley say he's got to relax because he can pull. I've never actually seen that. He looks as though he's a nice horse who's going to relax. He's got gate 7. He's going to get back. I don't think the 2,000 metres is going to be a problem for him. He's definitely got a chance. Well, he won this race, and anything that wins this race has to be a chance in the Derby, Clint.
Yep.
The second horse, Invincible Ibis, he's the horse that's really benefit from the barrier draw. He had to draw in. He's got gate 3. He won't get out the back. He might be even running 5th or 6th or 7th somewhere. And if he's on the fence and the fence is playing good, he's definitely not the worst, Clint.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Invincible Ibis, obviously we had that good discussion about the mile run. He was favourite in that race, but he went from $3 to $10 or $11 in the Cup. The barrier, like Shane said, really plays into him. I think he gets a similar run. The negative is he probably had every chance here, so I don't see him improving, but he's racing well and he's going to get every opportunity to figure in the finish. The concern would be like a couple went against the pattern a little bit here and probably ran well. I thought Numbers putting the pedal down after missing it early and that early pressure took its toll. It was a good run here. Frankie Law had another horse, Fiore, win the mile, get beaten in the Cup and then peak for the Derby itself. And I feel the same might be on the cards for Numbers. Runner-up in the Queensland Derby, Shane. So it's he's a horse that could easily sort of bounce back here.
Okay, I'll give the listeners a bit of idea with Numbers. 2 starts ago when he won over 1,800, at the start of the race, when he jumped well, he ran a 22.66. This time when he didn't jump well, his last run, he ran a 21.7. So that's more or less 6 lengths faster when he hasn't jumped well than the start before, and that's why he's got tired. I think gate 13 can only benefit him. I wanted him to draw wide, and if he rates him well and the track has no bias, he's going to be very, very hard to run down because he runs 2,400 metres strong, and he's just got to get the pace right, and he'll have these horses off the bit at the top of the straight working around the bend, and they're going to hit a brick wall late, whereas he'll keep running if he's rated right, and I think he will.
And I'll say this, Shane, though, we talk about the track. You can still lead and then come off, and the jockeys have been pretty aware of it.
Yeah.
As we saw, like with Kaying Zach, I know it wouldn't matter how he probably rode it, would have won, but a lot of them were edging off the inside section. So you can probably lead. You just need to find those better lanes in the straight or off the fence in the run, as we've seen them do on a number of occasions.
Now, what about, so that's the Classic Mile and the Classic Cup. Can you come through a lower grade over 1,400 metres like these two and be a factor?
Well, the problem, Shane, was Pride. He hasn't had the grounding for 2,000, but with the right trainer, and I suppose Emblazon has beaten him here and keeps winning, but they haven't rated well enough for me. I'm not really rating them much of a chance.
Okay. And what about the trial here, Shane? Off this trial, do we get any guide here? Top Dragons had a little spin around here.
Sapphire Gabriel just went terrible last start. His run before that was good. I don't think he trialled well enough. I can't have him. Top Dragon's not the worst. He's going to the 2,000 for the first time. He was back and he was pushed out here, but he's been racing well. He ran second last start. He's got the ideal gate 1. He won't be getting back in the field. He'll get his chance to do something if he's good enough, but you've got to worry about the 2,000 metres.
Yeah, I think drawing barrier 1, he might be the one that just gets this unbelievably suck run in there for a little sprint. Hutch, so let's analyse all the key factors leading into this derby.
Yeah, the main chances, I wanted to sort of bring up the key points with each particular runner because I think this is the key to success for each one of them. Of course, Little Paradise, he has to settle. What Vincent's got to consider with him doesn't really matter where he is in the run. I think he can be midfield, he can be further back. You get the first half right, the rest of the race will take care of itself. So that's Little Paradise. Numbers, it's really about how Derek can rate Numbers. If he can pick the pace up at the right time, as Shane mentioned, I think that will really go a long way to him making having success. Stormy Grove, same again. Don't change anything. We heard from Harry Bentley in that interview. Ride him cold. He's one-dimensional as far as that's concerned, but it's yielded success on his last 2, and I think they've got to do exactly the same thing again here. Invincible Ibis, pretty much what happened the other day in the Classic Cup. Great barrier for him. Hugh's going to ride in the same way and he'll get his chance. And you've got a very, very good big race jockey on board. Patrick Cosmo, I think he's right in it with Invincible Ibis. There's nothing between them. I think they'll be alongside of each other in the run, and he's probably a little bit of a value chance in the race. And Dazzling Fit, barrier 14, I don't know if it's a massive issue for him, because I personally think he might be a little bit better outside of horses. He just needs to get in the running line. If he can do that on Dazzling Fit and give him a little bit of room to breathe, I think he could run a big race. So those, Richo, are the key points, I think, to the Derby with the key runners.
Absolutely love it, mate. What about G1 Goldmine? If we put the little lens with the G1 Goldmine, is there anything to take out of that?
Yeah, there is. It's interesting. I mean, Little Paradise is a clear top-ranked runner in this race, and he's certainly a horse that has the pedigree as well. So I don't think 2,000 metres is going to be an issue for him. Outside of that, Sagacious Life. Well, we've seen him perform well overseas, but he's got this roaring condition that Shane mentioned, and Shane, Stormy Grove's got the pedigree as well. It's a big match for him.
Yeah, well, he's the forgotten horse, isn't he, Sagacious Life? Like early on, he was favourite and Zach chose him. Roaring, I just hate that when it comes back, because they can fold at any stage with their wind under pressure. Forget his last run. He got into trouble at the 200. He was gone, but he didn't get beat as far as the records show. 2,000 isn't going to be a problem. If he produced his best, he could turn it round and do something, but I can't have him on what I've seen lately.
Yeah. This build-up has been immense. We've spoken about this race for probably 4 or 5 months now. Now's the time. Let's go. Who do you like?
In order. I'm with Little Paradise, so I'm going to stick with him. I'm just hoping that he can get the right run around. Numbers can win it. Absolutely, he can win it. And he just needs to execute the plan right. Stormy Grove, great to see Harry Bentley potentially get his biggest career moment there. And I think I had Patrick Cosmo and Invincible Ibis rated the same, exactly. There's been very little between them when they've clashed recently. And I think Patrick Cosmo would be a lot better price on the day, so I've thrown him in instead of Ibis.
1, 2, 3 and 6. Golden Boy, who do you like?
I'll go Little Paradise, the one from 2 numbers, from 5 Invincible Ibis, with the only other 2 chances, I believe, is Stormy Grove, the 3, and Patch of Cosmo, the 6. And the roughie in the race is definitely Dazzling Fit. I thought his run last start was the best in the race.
Okay.
But he's going to need luck from 14. He's going to need a very good ride.
I'm going to add in number 9, Top Dragon.
Yeah, well, he's your roughie.
As a little roughie, just sticking in the inside barrier, just needs a split at the right time. He's a huge query at 2,000 metres, granted.
Yeah.
But if they don't
Richo,
go... hang on, yes.
You can find a roughie, mate. I saw you on Get On one night, skiding like I put the TV on and here he was, he tipped along. What was that? It was a long price thing.
Mate, that was every week. What are you talking about?
Shane, he puts those together himself.
That's right, that's right. And I do that after the race, where I try to I look a lot smarter, if you don't mind. Talking of smart, time for us to really, make sure that we're looking $1 million, because one of our favourites is about to join us.
It's California Spangle with 400 to go. He comes 4 off the rail. Plenty of room for Money Catcher. Romantic Warrior. Then Senor Tober and the Irishman. California Spangle. Can he run it out? Romantic Warrior. 3 horse go in the Derby. The Warrior comes. Romantic Warrior takes the lead. And Romantic Warrior wins the Derby.
Hard to believe that was 4 years ago, and we didn't realise just how brilliant that horse would go on to be, the champion that is Romantic Warrior. And Karis Teetan was the star jockey that was on board on that occasion, winning a Derby. Karis, thank you for joining us, mate. That must give you some wonderful memories.
Yeah, hi guys. It was a moment that you can never forget, especially to do it on a horse like Romantic Warrior. And like you said, to see him after that go on and win so many other major races, it's fantastic.
Oh, it's brilliant, mate. It's great to chat to you, and we just needed to add a little bit of glitz and glamour to our show, so we always call on you. What's it like to actually win the Derby?
Well, it's the race that I guess everybody wants to win here. Of course, especially for the local guys. It's a prestigious race. But I felt like over the last couple of years being here, this race has got so much attention. It's just been a unique race that everybody wants to win. It only takes a 4 years old to win it, so owners try to buy the horse that they think is possible to win a race like that. So it's a whole big build up from the beginning of the season. Everybody talks about it. So yeah, it's now the best horse wins the race on the day.
And Karis, in recent years, I mean, we've had some good ones win. We've had Romantic Warrior, Golden 60 and Voyage Bubble. We just had him in a play. I mean, there's some big names there.
Yeah, well, it takes a good horse to win these races. And, you find a good 4 years old that wins that and it goes on and be the next Hong Kong superstar, or they do well in Hong Kong.
What do you think of the field for this year's Hong Kong Derby and your chances with Sagacious Life?
Well, I honestly think it's not the strongest Derby we've seen. I think there's a couple of horses that have chances, but I believe it's a very open race, especially with a few horses now drawn, a few fancier horses drawn on the outside. So that's opened the race up. And I'm really happy to pick up a horse like Sagacious Life. I think he's a horse that sort of people are not talking a lot about him now because of his recent runs. But I think he's capable of winning a Derby. He's run the distance overseas. Of course, he's had a few issues that he needs to overcome. But I'm very pleased with his work and his trial. So I'm looking forward to a race. Now he gets a nice draw also.
Shane, how do you assess him from barrier 2, Sagacious Life?
Oh, he'll be forward. Karis will tell you that. He's just going to be jumping and being in the first 4, I would say. Would you agree with that, Karis?
Yeah. I mean, you look at his race overseas, he was in the first 3. And I feel like he's a big galloping horse. He's got a big action. He doesn't want to get behind something that can't see the distance or get in check. I'll prefer him using his momentum than pulling on him and trying to sit him behind horses that I don't want to. So I think the gate will be perfect. It's going to work out in his hand.
So, Karis,
it wouldn't be a surprise to me if he led it. Sorry, Clint. It wouldn't be a surprise if he led early and Numbers took his time to come across and sat outside of him or went to the front going into the back. I think they are the two that will dominate early.
And Karis, how does he turn it around? The stable done something different. You sound pretty confident. How's he going to turn around? Because the bottom line is his last couple haven't been great.
Well, honestly, beginning of this 4 years old series, Zach was all pumped up with his horse. He was highly recommend this horse. And, Classic Mile, he ran okay. And you might say that, it's a bit short for him, the mile. Then last one, I think the horse had a big excuse. He was checked up pretty badly. He was a little bit keen early on his run. And I feel like at the crucial time of the race, he was crowded very badly and pulled up with being a roller. But I must say, I've been on him for the last week and a half in the morning, and you won't say he makes any noise or any with his roller condition. So towards my side, being on him in the morning, there's nothing wrong with the horse. I feel like he's doing really well. So I would not be surprised if he surprised a lot of people.
Karis, that's the wrong answer. When Clint asked you the question, you should have said, how's he going to turn it around? I'm on him now. Change the jockey.
Well, yeah.
But it is interesting, Karis. You've had a lot to do with in the mornings and the horse's well-being on a serious note. Love that point, Shane. Yeah. But he feels well. So obviously, if he can get his breathing sorted out or this issue, then he feels like a horse that's going to run well by the sound of it.
Yeah, not true. I mean, after his trial, everything was normal. Like, you won't even say he pulled up last time with being a roller. So it was, he had the thing, he had the condition before he comes to Hong Kong, I think. And of course, last time with being checked and crowded so severely has, of course, made his affect his breathing. So he must have pulled up with a little bit of noise. So, but now it seems like, the stable have been going well. Everything seems to be normal. So, it's not going to affect me because I haven't heard anything, and I'm not going to take those negative talking going towards the races.
Positive vibes. You've got to have positive vibes, Richo.
Mate,
jockeys have got to be positive.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Mr. Positive.
I had a problem with that.
Who's the hardest to beat, Karis?
Well, of course, you got to respect Little Paradise. I think his last time he had a excuse of jumping slow. But I think Frankie Lowe's horse.
Numbers?
Number 3. Yeah, no.
Stormy Grove.
Stormy Grove, yeah. I mean, the way he won last start, the way his last 2 wins has been impressive. And that gate's going to help him. He's switched off. And if the race is run for him, he's the horse that I think have to be watched for.
Let's have a look at your rides on Sunday. And who do you like and why?
Well, I think Island Buddy, he's a horse that I still got a bit of hope for. His win with me was good. I thought he still ran a great race last time. He's been working well. He's got a nice draw. And I'm looking forward to run that horse 6-pack for Douglas. He goes up in class, but you have no weight on his back this time. And his trial was really good in China. So I was happy with that.
And
so I think those are my 2 rides.
Karis, you go up to China to do a fair bit of work on these horses?
Yeah, we get offered to go up and trial them. And these days, the way it's so hard to get rides, so you have to actually put a bit of extra work going to Chung Fa to do a bit of trial and hope to get a few more, maybe like younger horses.
That's great.
Karis, when you go there, do you drive or does someone drive you to make it easier for you? Because it's a fair way, isn't it? It's at least 3 hours, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, well, the club gets the van, those 6-seater vans booked for us, and we leave like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then we arrive there about 6:30, and then trial at 7 something.
You'd be just sleeping in the back. We've seen that. Remember, we've had a video before with Karis just popped in the back there, pops his little head up.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Well, you've got a good memory, huh?
Oh, mate. I've only silly stuff, though. I don't remember anything very important. Mate, good luck. Good luck. Love to the family, mate. Thanks so much for joining us, and good luck for what is always a really, really special day, mate. I hope you can get another derby.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Good on you. There is
Good luck,
Karis
mate.
Teetan. What a beauty he is. Let's find some future winners. Form files. Let's find some future winners with the world famous Sweet in Defeat file, the Sid file, who jumps in. It's taken across the world.
Yeah. Well,
everyone mentions to me.
Let's hope so. Let's hope we can find a few winners. Sarcasm.
No, it does.
Okay. Wukong Jury was really good here. Look, I like this form. I like the win of Smart Golf. Overall time was good. The Smart Golf was beautifully rated, but they ran pretty good overall time. But Wukong Jury put the writing on the wall prior to this, Shane, and the 21.8 final 400 was the second best at the whole meeting, and he hit the line really well. It got a bit scary for Smart Golf backers late. With the right stable, John Size, this horse is ready to win.
Yeah, it was a strong race, that. So for him to do that in that type of field absolutely means he can win next start.
I like the run of Free Pony on Wednesday. Very fast track. They were running seriously good times. Free Pony was sort of back and wide. I think on a more even surface, he'll run pretty well.
Now, you're represented, the Sid files represented very strongly on Sunday.
Prestige Hall's ready to win. Refused to be English, ditto. Gallant Design, yeah, he's a nice horse. I think 1400 will suit him. And Eero Volonic was already been a winner for this, the Sid boys, our Sid followers, as well as Conrad Patch. I think they're all going to be good chances again.
Who was the top-rated performance for the week?
It was a horse that had been in the Sid file, and that was a horse by the name of Oreo. Shane, this was a great win. There was good speed. They brought him back to the Valley, and he seemed to revel in it, and it was a nice ride.
It was a really good ride. Harry just drifted out a little bit and gave Zach a sniff on the inside in the red cap, and Zach just pushed his way through, and that's what won the race. It was an outstanding ride.
Yeah, I thought as well, Matters Most in front of him just shifted in. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got that run. But, the run presented, and he had so much horse, Zach. But now that they've had that success at Happy Valley, they'll be going back. Then Oreo can continue to win. I think the slow pace has gone against him. We mentioned it with a horse like Super Express, and it's a similar case with Oreo, who comes through that form race. Some horses, they need a little bit of pace in their races, and he could probably win again.
Okay, he's certainly one to follow there, and scan that QR code at any time to jump on HUTCHI'S Honkers. Absolutely outstanding analysis. Let's find some interesting rides. The Golden Boys' time to shine. it's the Golden Boy's time to shine with the Idol. But before we get to the Idol, a reminder for you at home to get up close and personal with the Golden Boy. Hutch and I will be there alongside him as well for our very special trip to the Hong Kong International Race Week. It is the week of racing. Scan that QR code. There's not many spots left. Secure a deposit, $750 will secure your spot. You will not get kicked off and they will start to flood that. So we've got to cap it at 60 and we're nearly there. So a last opportunity to get involved. I know it feels like a long, long way out December, but it'll come around quickly. Golden Boy, any rides in particular that caught your eye this week?
Yeah, I could have put a few up. There was a lot of good ones. There was quite a few at Happy Valley. I'm going to do this to teach people or jockeys what you do in a race. This is in Sack and Endured. He drew very wide at 9, but he went back, which he was always going to do. But the thing I want you to watch is who he follows. So the horse to beat and the horse that looked like winning was a horse called Pompeia Bros, who was impressive first up. He's directly in front of him. And you can see him in the yellowy green colours with the blue. But Zach had a couple of times he could have got away from and circled him, but he didn't. He just waited and waited, and he showed a lot of patience. And he was happy to follow Yui the whole race. And you watch where Yui goes here in front of him. Zach just waits. He's not even looking for a run. He's just knowing that that horse is going to quicken because he's favourite and he's a good horse. And as soon as the run comes now, he says, I'll just get off his back and peel and hit the line. And that's someone who's doing form and knowing the right horse to follow, which is very, very important in a race. And I can't stress that enough. And that's something I would always put a lot of work into, following the right horse. And it makes you it makes you win lots of races, Clint.
It was like a slipstream, wasn't it? It was like a cycling event where, cyclists 30% less effort sitting behind a leader. It was like that. It was like he was getting this suck run all the way through. It was absolutely perfect.
100%. And it's so important. Like if you're following a horse who won't take you into the race and stops, your race is over. So you just got to know. So Zach got 3 points for that. Plus his 2 rides on Wednesday night were outstanding. Ace Wall was a really good ride. Andrea, as we've stated here the last few weeks, is riding really well, rode 4 winners and went forward on them on a leaderish track, and a couple he really put forward, which don't normally. Jerry gave this a perfect ride, We Are Hero. He could have got ride of the day, actually, I thought. And Richard from gate 12 on Not a Silly One got outside the leader without wasting any petrol or energy, as I say. And, of course, Karis gave both those horses. He rated Go very well in front. And the other horse was a really good ride, Mr. Incredible, saved ground, cut to the inside. So there were a lot of rides I could have put up.
Shane, I've got a quick question for you. With regard to that replay, and you're spot on, I agree with all of that. Interestingly, though, like he was following Hugh Bowman. I'm sure Zach's happy to follow you. What do you do as a jockey when there's someone on a good horse that you don't want to follow? There's another jockey and you think, what do we do here? Do you still follow the horse?
Well, there's a funny story about that. Mick Dittman tells you. And it was on naturalism.
Yeah.
Right? And before the race, he says, the only one I'm not following is this, right? He says, if I'm behind that, I'll bloody neck myself. I'm not going anywhere near it, right? And he was on naturalism. Where do you think he ended up following?
Oh, no.
Behind
that horse. Yeah. He didn't want to follow the jockey at all. He said to me, and he tells the story at lunches, and he's, it's quite funny the way he tells it. Anyway, he's going to win easy the Cox Plate on naturalism, gets to the 600. The bloke in front of him just falls. He goes over top. I think 4 fell in the Cox Plate, and he would have won, cost him a Cox Plate. And he said, it serves me right. It was my own fault for following him.
Right. I think it was Palace Rain who fell in front of him from memory.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at him. Yes. No names.
I don't like giving jockeys up.
No,
fair enough. He's still a jockey at Heartsea, Shane, you said.
The Google is your friend. You'll be able to sort that out pretty quickly. So Zach's off and away. He's got 30 points at the moment. Andrea Atzeni on 17. Very interesting. Huey Bowman sits equal second in the premiership, but he's way down on only 6 votes.
Lift, Huey.
So I don't know what he's done to the Golden Boy, but on behalf of Huey and Christine, Give Huey some votes, Shane.
Maybe he's got to say something, because didn't Luke Ferrara say
did.
that? Gave me a pay one day on the show, and all of a sudden he's got 10 votes, I think I saw there.
That's right.
He can be bought.
That's right. That was actually the international meeting on the Wednesday. He said to me, Luke, get the camera over here. I want to talk to Shane. Great stuff, Golden Boy. Let's talk global racing. Looking at global racing, and the key entries have come out for Champions Day. Now, this is on the 26th of April. So some notable entries from an Australian point of view up against Ka Ying Rising in the Chairman's Sprint Prize. This is the race that was won by the mighty Chautauqua. So whether Angel Capital, Biowakt, the slipper winner of a couple of years ago, Lady of Camelot or Tropicus, make their way there, that might be questionable, because Hutch, Ka Ying Rising looms large.
No, he scares most of them away. That said, the Japanese are always happy to travel, aren't they, and go, and I suppose...
Tono Rev will be there.
Yeah, he'll be there, and he's run well against them in the past as well. Bit more representation than mine. We're hearing that a couple of Aussies may well potentially go.
Well, Evaporate is every bit Group 1 class. He hasn't won a Group 1 yet, but by gee, he's been super competitive. And maybe Tom Kitten, they're the two that, from a mile point of view, look best suited. Is that fair?
I think that is very fair. And look at the mile ranks now in Hong Kong. Voyage Bubble, big query of him. The horse that really comes into it now, Jantar Mantar from Japan.
Yeah.
If they decide to go with him, he's got some exceptional form alongside his name.
And then the Queen Elizabeth II Cup, of course, is going to be dominated by the superstar Romantic Warrior, but maybe Dubai Honour via Australia. And Royal Champion, they're saying, after his terrific wins over in the Middle East, that he's going to come out and have a crack.
It'd be a dream come true. It'd be a marketer's absolute dream if Kalanigan went. But I think Sosi is going. So that is a big name to go, and that will be a fantastic clash.
And, of course, they're up against Romantic Warrior. So I heard Carl Burke talking about Royal Champion, saying we're looking to go and tackle the good Hong Kong horse. I think he's better than good. Carlos, I think he's better than good.
Have a good look, Carlos.
I think he's a little bit better than good. I can assure you of that. What a day for the World Pool, and all eyes on Rose Hill. It's Golden Slipper Day. 5 Group 1s, 10 races in the World Pool. It is going to be absolutely brilliant racing. It's one of the great days of Australian racing market in your diary in the future. And it's a day that has been dominated by Shane Dye in the past. He's got the equal record with Ronnie Quinton with 4 wins in the slipper, but Shane did them all in a row. And let's have a look at this slipper. It's a beauty.
So Shane's very much the man to listen to.
He is the man.
Well, when it comes to racing in general, but in particular the slipper.
And I say this is a beauty because it's so even. There's no standout.
It does look that way, doesn't it? And we go through the field. I mean, even the Blue Diamond looked pretty open. I think the Blue Diamond is a key form reference as we head into the slipper, because the Melbourne form has been stacking up really well, which is usually not the case. I'll say my bit, then we'll listen to Shane, but Stryson's been underestimated quite a bit. Closer to Freeze had a great trial up there. I think the value in the race is Zambales and Guesthouse, who are in behind in this race. Both of them had interrupted paths and should have finished closer. I think there's a case to be made for each that they can improve and turn the tables on the others. What did you make of this race, Shane?
It was a very good race. I think this year's slipper is a little bit different. Normally you got 2 or 3 or 4 horses going in unbeaten. Everything's been beaten. I thought this was probably the best run in the Blue Diamond, Cheyenne. And then it backed it up here, Cheyenne. It's the only horse I've seen quicken in a race like a Golden Slipper winner. It quickened here really well. The time was very, very good. It's got a nice gate. I think it's drawn 10. It'll be midfield, and there looks as though there could be a bit of pace out wide. Now, here's the runner-up in the Blue Diamond, closer to free. Trialled well, nothing wrong. But the interesting thing is the second horse, Free Ball, which James is on, a Fireball. He's got blinkers on, and I think the blinkers will help him a lot. He's drawn gate 5. He may not get as far back, and it just could turn him around. I think he could be the roughie in the race that could go better.
You just gave us an insight that we didn't really know about Fireball. What about from a G1 Goldmine point of view?
Yeah, really interesting.
Yeah.
Look, I liked Cheyenne in the Diamond. Was disappointed on the day, but it was a great run in defeat, and it's come out and done a really good job. So
that was only start number 2.
It was, and an improving horse. Hendricks, according to their model and all the statistics with pedigrees, etc. Hendricks is a very high one, 13% win rate. So with that perfect match type thing, Cheyenne is right in there as well. Deserves to be favourites. If you've got to have a top pick, it'd be Cheyenne. So it has the pedigree, has the form of Shane Sudest. We've seen it, a horse quicken up. And that first up run was fantastic as well. And outside that, Agrarian Girl is the other one to consider. But Cheyenne, you'd be happy with the favourite by the look of it. Has the pedigree. There's a lot of horses in this field that have actually got sort of pretty close to perfect matches.
Who's going to win the slipper?
Gee, I think it's wide open, like Shane said. I'm going to go with Guest House. I think Guest House deserves another chance.
Great.
I really like Zambales. I think it is over the odds, absolutely. Natural Wheeler, drawn a gate, can sit in behind. It's run since that Blue Diamond and been beaten by the bias track. And I think back in trip will really run well. And there's no major knock with Cheyenne as well.
Who do you like, Shane?
I'm going the 14 Cheyenne. I think it'll be very hard to beat. I think also Guest House will improve, and you've got to understand there's a jockey change, and it could be a big one. It's very green, this horse, and if it can do things right in the race, it's going to run very, very well. And of course, the Blue Diamond winner, Streisand. Yeah. And they've all drawn the same. They've drawn 8, 9, 10, and most of those 3 will be running midfieldish, I would believe. It's a good slipper because it's open and it's making you. It's just not a standout in the race like there normally is.
Dead right. It's 8, 9, and 10 will end up becoming 6, 7, 8 because there's 2 emergencies drawn inside.
Weather watch.
You've already calculated
Richo,
that.
I've already calculated that.
So there you go.
Sorry.
And weather watch.
See?
So 30 mils of rain arrived.
Shane's one step ahead.
Always, because it's slipper day. 37 mils, Shane, arrived on Thursday at Rose Hill, if you don't mind.
Well, I'll give you another tip. In the Golden Slipper, the rail is, I think in the last 20 years or so, it's only been a couple of times it's been 2 metres out. It's always 3 metres out. And when it rains or fast, when it's 3 metres out, or when it rains, everyone thinks go wide. It's a load of rubbish. Fence always wins the slipper when it's 3 metres out. You stay on the fence. Have a look at every Golden Slipper. But when it goes to 2 metres out, it changes. And you can come from off the track. And so those 3 I tipped you, I thought they would be off the track. And if it's a little bit soft, the fence might cut up. And being only 2 metres, it might be an advantage to be drawn out a little bit. But we don't know. It can change pretty quickly, this weather.
You can see why he won 4 of them, can't you?
No, he knows a little bit about it.
Knows a little bit about it.
There's other Group 1 races. They'll all be on our social media platform there. James McDonald, well, he's on 128 Group 1s. To put it into context, so 98 of those in Australia, 19 in the Northern Hemisphere, 11 in New Zealand equals 128. Damien Oliver sits as an Australasian jockey on 129. 125 of those were Australia, plus 4 in New Zealand for Ollie. It's a different mix, but Shane will have an opportunity. You'll be there when James McDonald, I think, breaks the record.
Yeah, he'll break it for sure. He's got too many Group 1 good rides. He's going to ride 2 or 3.
It's going to be an absolute ripper. So check out all our selections on social media for the big Group 1s, part of the Whirlpool. All important best bets for Hong Kong Derby Day, Hutch.
Get involved because it is a great day of racing, and we're highlighting a couple of races here, but there's a lot of races on the card that we'll be sinking our teeth into. Now, Hot Delight, he will be very hard to beat. He's 2 from 2, and I think he can make it 3 from 3. And I believe that Cool Boy and Mickley are the main Quinella chances in that race. I'm going with Little Paradise. I'm hoping he'll be backable, and I'm hoping Vincent can get another one on the board. Obviously, Stormy Grove and Numbers, I think, are the 2 dangers, and hopefully it plays that way in the Derby.
Give you strength. What is your best bet, Golden Boy?
I'll go race 2, a horse called number 1, Baby Shakara. Won first up and was actually impressive, but trialled since then. It was a strong trial, went well. Gate 2 will box seat and get the run of the race and be very hard to beat. Yeah. Be short, though.
Race 2, number 1, Baby Sakura. James Ormond and an inside barrier at
He's going well, James Ormond, as well, isn't he, Shane? He's starting to
He's riding well.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's ticking them over because he doesn't ride light, and it's always hard for those international jockeys when they come and they can't ride light, you know. But he's done a really good job, and he keeps riding winners now.
Shane, enjoy Slipper Day. You're going to be there on course at Rose Hill. Everyone go up and say good day to the Golden Boy. It's his special day, and he would love your a bit of a pat on the back.
Yes.
Good luck for the Derby.
And you too, mate.
Hope you enjoyed the show. See you next week. Good luck in the Derby, everyone.
Good luck, everyone.